r/askreddit. Redditors who cook. What's the biggest no-no thing in cooking?
Cooking everything on high because you want it done faster. Do you know my mother?
Everyone knows your mother.
A dull knife. Oi, my grandma took my sharpest knife and hid it, because she didn't want me to use it, so I wouldn't cut myself. I can't control the dull knife. It slides so much I'm more likely to cut myself with that than the sharp knife.
Don't let your baking powder get clumpy. Tiny rocks of baking powder ruin anything you bake.
Sift your ingredients. I baked a honey-glazed ham. Sifting the ham was the hardest part.
Cranking the heat to reduce the cooking time will leave you with a burnt outside and an underdone inside.
At the same time, lots of people over. Cook and underbrown every protein they cook.
I see this much more often.
Do not mix hot cooking oil and cool sink water. I saw a girl burn the hell out of herself because she didn't listen to the home ec teacher. She threw her hot oil in a sink with some cool water running. Boom! Sprayed hot oil all over her arm and neck. Let your oil cool, folks.
Why are people pouring oil down the sink in the first place?
What's the best way to dispose of cooking oil after use?
Glass cutting boards. Like, seriously, just get the F out. And, in a similar vein, dangerously dull knives. I've seen some real bludgeons in other people's kitchens. No wonder they hate prep work.
Probably in the same kitchen with those glass or stone cutting boards.
Don't try to catch a dropped knife. Back away and let it fall.
A falling knife has no handle. Someone on Reddit, probably.
A fallen knife has no handle. Cutting with a dull knife. Get yourself a sharpener, even if it's a cheap one.
Nah, just get a new knife and save the dull one for the bathroom.
Don't forget to let the ingredients get to know each other.
Never, and I mean never, panic if you start a fire on accident. You need to be calm enough to know if you have to smother it, oil or grease fires, or grab the extinguisher. Panicking can get your house burned down.
Story. One morning I was awoken by my now fiancé telling me something was on fire. I look into the kitchen and one of the burners has fire coming off of it. We'd bought this bag of extremely greasy noodles, and while cooking them, one had fallen into that bell bit under the coil where it instantly lit up. Still basically asleep, I calmly went over, grabbed the tub of baking soda I keep by the oven, doused the burning noodle with it, and went back to bed. The whole thing took about 30 seconds.
Was cooking at my then boyfriend's house for the first time, so I was unfamiliar with his stove, which he never cleaned. As I was cooking, an old dry noodle I hadn't seen caught fire under the coil. I chuckled, put it out, and told him about it, because I also had to open the door to let the smoke out. He got mad and flipped out over it. It wasn't even a big deal. Didn't cook there again. Didn't last long either. Chill out, man. And quit criticizing my cooking. You didn't own salt and pepper and cooked solely box/frozen meals. So, chill.
Learned this the hard way. Don't throw fresh chili peppers into a hot pan unless you want to pepper spray the whole house. I thought I'd developed asthma at the age of 27 until I realized why I couldn't breathe.
Always wear pants while cooking bacon.
Pants are critical, but real men cook bacon topless. It builds character.
It'll put some hair on your chest, or remove it. Either way, a win for your wife.
Medium rare chicken. Works for steaks, but not for hen.
Buffalo Wild Wings seems to think it's okay.
Buffalo Wild Wings thought black slimy salad was okay too. Explains when my waitress tried to talk me out of ordering my dressing on the site.
Coming anywhere near my non-stick pan with metal. If you scratch my pan, I will scratch your soul.
My roommate was breaking up ground beef with a fork in my non-stick pan. We had words.
I see you also communicate with your fists.
Not seasoning your chicken.
Overcooking chicken, too.
Straight to jail.
For the love of God, stop mucking about with whatever it is you're cooking. Unless it's something you specifically need to be mixing or stirring constantly, leave it alone. You'll never get proper color on things if they make more contact with your spatula than your pan.
This is how I always F up pancakes. They are so simple, but for some ungodly reason, I have a compulsive need to try to flip them when I know that crap shouldn't be touched yet.